16 years ago, a song quietly arrived that would soon change the direction of modern pop music forever. At first glance, it sounded like a heartfelt love song with a simple piano melody and unforgettable lyrics. But behind that beautiful melody was the beginning of one of the most remarkable success stories in music history. Today, we're looking back at the song that introduced the world to Bruno Mars as a solo superstar. Just the Way You Are wasn't just another debut single. It became the foundation of a legendary career that continues to dominate the global music industry. Before we dive into the incredible journey behind this iconic hit, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Do you remember the first time you heard Just the Way You Are? Stay with us, because the story behind this timeless classic is even more incredible than most fans realize. When Just the Way You Are was officially released 16 years ago, Bruno Mars was far from an unknown musician. Behind the scenes, he had already established himself as one of the music industry's most talented songwriters and producers. Alongside Philip Lawrence and Ari Levine, he formed the Smeezingtons, the production team responsible for writing massive hits for artists including B.O.B., Travie McCoy, Flo Rida, and CeeLo Green. Music insiders already knew his extraordinary talent, but the general public had yet to discover the charismatic performer waiting behind the microphone. Everything changed the moment Just the Way You Are reached radio stations around the world. Listeners instantly connected with its genuine message of unconditional love. Unlike many pop songs focused on luxury, fame, or heartbreak, Bruno Mars delivered something refreshingly sincere. The lyrics celebrated natural beauty without asking anyone to change. It was romantic, honest, and universally relatable. That emotional authenticity helped the song spread rapidly across every major music platform available at the time. The commercial success arrived almost immediately. Week after week, the song climbed the Billboard Hot 100 until it finally reached the coveted #1 position. Even more impressive, it remained there for 4 consecutive weeks, making it Bruno Mars' first Billboard Hot 100 chart topper as a solo artist. For any debut single, that achievement alone would have been remarkable. But for Bruno Mars, it marked only the beginning of an extraordinary career that would eventually include multiple Grammy Awards, sold-out stadium tours, and billions upon billions of streams worldwide. Music critics praised not only Bruno Mars' impressive vocal performance, but also the songwriting itself. The melody was instantly memorable without feeling repetitive. The production balanced classic soul influences with contemporary pop sounds, creating a record that appealed to audiences across multiple generations. Teenagers loved its romantic message, adults appreciated its timeless composition, and radio stations couldn't stop playing it. That rare combination transformed the single into a global phenomenon. Internationally, Just the Way You Are became a massive success across Europe, Asia, Australia, and Latin America. It topped charts in numerous countries while introducing Bruno Mars to millions of listeners who had never heard his voice before. Suddenly, every major television appearance, award show, and music festival wanted the young Hawaiian singer who seemed capable of delivering flawless live performances night after night. Perhaps the most fascinating part of this story is how the song continued growing long after its initial release. While many hit singles slowly disappear from public attention within a few years, Just the Way You Are developed into a permanent cultural classic. It became one of the world's most popular wedding songs, one of the most frequently dedicated love songs, and one of the most recognizable pop ballads of the 21st century. But here's where the story becomes even more astonishing. Long before Spotify, Apple Music, and today's streaming culture completely transformed the music business, Just the Way You Are had already established itself as a sales powerhouse. Physical CDs, digital downloads, and radio airplay still dominated the industry. Yet despite being released before streaming became the primary way people consumed music, the song continued accumulating new listeners year after year. As streaming services expanded globally, younger generations discovered the track all over again. Instead of fading into history, it experienced a second life. Millions of playlists featured the song. Couples selected it for weddings. Content creators used it across social media. Parents introduced it to their children. its audience kept expanding instead of shrinking. Today, the numbers tell an almost unbelievable story. Just the Way You Are has surpassed 3.3 billion streams, making it Bruno Mars' most streamed song to date. Considering it originated during a completely different era of the music business, that achievement becomes even more extraordinary. Few songs released before the streaming explosion have maintained this level of consistent popularity for over a decade and a half. The success doesn't stop there. According to the Recording Industry Association of America, the single has achieved more than 21 million certified units sold in the United States, making it the highest certified single in RIAA history. That places Bruno Mars alongside some of the biggest names ever to shape popular music. Every certification represents millions of listeners who connected with the song's heartfelt message, proving that genuine emotion never goes out of style. Industry experts often point to Just the Way You Are as one of the defining examples of timeless songwriting. While musical trends constantly evolve, authentic emotions remain universal. Bruno Mars didn't rely on complicated production tricks or controversial marketing. Instead, he trusted strong lyrics, unforgettable melodies, and a vocal performance filled with warmth and sincerity. Looking back, it's remarkable how accurately this debut single predicted Bruno Mars' future artistic direction. Throughout his career, he consistently blended classic influences with modern production. Whether performing funk, R&B, soul, pop, rock, or disco-inspired music, his greatest strength has always remained the same: creating songs that feel timeless rather than trendy. Following the enormous success of Just the Way You Are, Bruno Mars released a series of global hits including Grenade, Locked Out of Heaven, When I Was Your Man, Treasure, 24K Magic, That's What I Like, Versace on the Floor, and Leave the Door Open. Each project expanded his artistic range while strengthening his reputation as one of the world's premier entertainers. Stadium tours sold out across continents. Grammy Awards continued arriving. Critics praised his musicianship. Fans admired his consistency. Yet despite every accomplishment that followed, many people still return to the song that started everything. There's something uniquely powerful about hearing those opening piano notes. Within seconds, listeners are transported back to the moment they first discovered Bruno Mars. For longtime fans, it's nostalgia. For new listeners, it's an introduction to an artist who has spent more than a decade redefining pop excellence. The emotional impact extends beyond chart statistics. Thousands of couples have danced to this song during their weddings. Millions have dedicated it to loved ones. Countless aspiring musicians have covered it while learning guitar or piano. Talent competition contestants continue performing it on stages worldwide. Even 16 years later, the song remains part of everyday life for people across different cultures, languages, and generations. That kind of longevity cannot be manufactured. It must be earned. Even after achieving unimaginable success with Just the Way You Are, Bruno Mars never allowed that breakthrough to define the limits of his career. Instead, he used it as motivation to constantly evolve, experiment, and raise the standard for every project that followed. Looking back today, it's fascinating to realize that the qualities fans first noticed in his debut single, his emotional storytelling, smooth vocals, and timeless songwriting, would eventually become the trademarks of an artist capable of dominating multiple eras of popular music. One reason the song continues to resonate is its remarkable simplicity. In an industry where trends often rely on complex production, viral moments, or short-lived social media attention, Just the Way You Are succeeded because of something much more enduring: honesty. The lyrics never tried to impress with unnecessary complexity. Instead, they expressed admiration in the most direct and heartfelt way possible. That emotional clarity allowed listeners from every generation to connect with the song, regardless of language, culture, or age. Over the years, countless artists have covered the song during concerts, television competitions, and online performances. From aspiring singers uploading videos from their bedrooms to professional vocalists performing on international stages, Just the Way You Are has become one of those rare songs that musicians continue choosing because it challenges both technical ability and emotional expression. Every new interpretation introduces the song to another audience, ensuring that its legacy continues expanding long after its original release. Streaming platforms have only strengthened that legacy. Every day, millions of listeners around the world press play, adding another chapter to the song's incredible journey. Whether it's featured on romantic playlists, nostalgia collections, acoustic favorites, or classic pop compilations, the track consistently finds new listeners who may not have even been born when it was first released. That ability to cross generations is one of the clearest signs of a true classic. Industry analysts often point out that longevity is one of the hardest achievements in music. A hit song can dominate charts for a few weeks, but remaining relevant for more than a decade requires something much deeper. It requires emotional value. It requires replay value. And perhaps most importantly, it requires authenticity. Just the Way You Are possesses all three qualities, which explains why its streaming numbers continue climbing year after year instead of slowing down. For Bruno Mars himself, the success of the song opened doors that had previously seemed almost impossible to reach. Major award shows invited him to perform. Television appearances introduced him to even larger audiences. International tours quickly expanded beyond expectations. Record labels recognized that they weren't simply promoting another pop singer. They were witnessing the arrival of an artist with the rare ability to write, produce, perform, and connect with audiences at the highest level. Fans who discovered Bruno Mars through later albums are often surprised to revisit his debut single and realize how confidently he introduced himself to the world. There was no uncertainty in his voice, no hesitation in the songwriting, and no attempt to imitate whatever happened to be popular at the time. Instead, he delivered music that felt genuine, personal, and timeless. That confidence helped establish a loyal fan base that has remained with him throughout every chapter of his career. As the years passed, Bruno Mars expanded far beyond the romantic ballads that first made him famous. He embraced funk, soul, R&B, disco, rock, and retro influences while consistently proving that great musicianship never goes out of style. Albums like 24K Magic showcased his versatility, while collaborations with legendary artists demonstrated the respect he had earned across the music industry. Yet no matter how many new hits arrived, fans continued returning to the song that first introduced the world to his unmistakable voice. Perhaps that's because every superstar has a defining beginning. For some artists, success arrives gradually over many releases. For Bruno Mars, however, the impact was immediate. Just the Way You Are wasn't simply a successful debut, it was a statement. It announced that a new global star had arrived, one capable of creating songs that people would still be singing 16 years later. Today, as fans celebrate another anniversary of this unforgettable single, the song stands as more than just an impressive commercial achievement. It represents perseverance, exceptional songwriting, and the power of music to create lasting emotional connections. While charts change every week and new artists emerge every year, only a select group of songs earn the privilege of becoming part of music history. Just the Way You Are has unquestionably secured its place among those timeless classics. And perhaps the most remarkable chapter of this story is still being written. Every new stream, every new cover performance, every wedding dance, every radio spin, and every playlist edition reminds the world that true classics never stop growing. 16 years after changing Bruno Mars' life forever, Just the Way You Are continues inspiring millions, proving that genuine music has no expiration date and that some songs are simply destined to live forever. As music historians continue examining the biggest songs of the 21st century, Just the Way You Are consistently appears in conversations about the greatest debut singles ever released. That recognition isn't based solely on sales, streaming numbers, or chart performance. It comes from the lasting cultural impact the song has had across the globe. Very few debut singles manage to remain relevant for more than a decade. Yet Bruno Mars' first solo release continues to find new audiences every single day. One of the biggest reasons behind that lasting popularity is the universal message at the heart of the song. Unlike tracks tied to specific trends, events, or moments in pop culture, Just the Way You Are speaks about something timeless: accepting someone exactly as they are. That simple but powerful message has allowed the song to remain meaningful regardless of changing musical styles or shifting generations of listeners. Throughout the years, the song has become a favorite during weddings, anniversaries, graduation ceremonies, and countless personal celebrations. It has accompanied some of the happiest moments in people's lives, creating emotional memories that stretch far beyond the recording itself. For many fans, hearing those familiar opening notes instantly brings back memories of loved ones, special occasions, or important chapters in their lives. Radio stations also played a significant role in building the song's incredible legacy. Even years after its initial release, Just the Way You Are continued receiving regular airplay across adult contemporary, pop, and soft rock formats. Unlike many chart-topping singles that disappear from playlists after a few seasons, Bruno Mars' debut remained a dependable favorite for broadcasters looking to connect with listeners of all ages. The digital era introduced an entirely new audience to the song. As streaming platforms expanded around the world, younger listeners who had never experienced the original release discovered the track through curated playlists, recommendations, and viral social media clips. Instead of becoming an old hit remembered only by longtime fans, the song successfully reinvented itself for a new generation. That continued relevance is reflected in its extraordinary streaming performance. Crossing more than 3.3 billion streams is an achievement reserved for only a small number of songs in history. Reaching that milestone becomes even more remarkable when considering that the single was released before streaming became the dominant force in music consumption. It demonstrates how genuine popularity can survive dramatic changes in technology and listening habits. Music producers frequently highlight Bruno Mars' vocal performance as another reason for the song's enduring success. His voice balances technical precision with emotional sincerity, making every lyric feel believable. Rather than relying on excessive vocal effects or complicated production techniques, the recording allows Bruno's natural voice to remain the center of attention. That timeless approach has helped the song age gracefully, while many heavily produced hits from the same era now sound noticeably dated. Songwriters also continue studying the composition itself. The chord progression is elegant without becoming predictable. The melody is memorable enough to stay with listeners after just one play, yet sophisticated enough to reward repeated listening. Every verse naturally builds toward an unforgettable chorus, creating an emotional journey that feels effortless. It's a reminder that some of the strongest songs are often built on simple ideas executed exceptionally well. Behind the scenes, the release of Just the Way You Are completely transformed Bruno Mars' professional life. Concert venues grew larger. Television appearances became more frequent. Award nominations began arriving from every major organization in the industry. Record executives realized they had discovered not just another successful singer, but a complete artist capable of writing, producing, arranging, and performing at the highest level. As the years passed, Bruno Mars repeatedly proved that his debut success was no accident. Albums continued producing global hits. Tours sold out across North America, Europe, Asia, Australia, and South America. Critics praised his commitment to live musicianship, while fans admired his ability to recreate studio-quality performances on stage night after night. Few modern performers have earned such widespread respect from both audiences and fellow musicians. His concerts became famous for their incredible energy, live instrumentation, and flawless vocals. Unlike many artists who depend heavily on backing tracks, Bruno Mars built his reputation through genuine performance ability. Whether singing emotional ballads or high-energy funk anthems, he consistently demonstrated why he had become one of the most respected entertainers in the business. Looking back 16 years later, it's impossible to separate Bruno Mars' incredible journey from the impact of Just the Way You Are. The song wasn't merely the first chapter of his solo career. It became the doorway to a legacy that continues expanding with every passing year. Without that unforgettable debut, the music landscape of the last decade and a half might have looked very different. Fans often debate which Bruno Mars song deserves the title of his greatest masterpiece. Some point to Locked Out of Heaven for its explosive energy. Others choose When I Was Your Man for its emotional vulnerability, While many celebrate the infectious groove of 24K Magic or the smooth elegance of Leave the Door Open. Yet regardless of personal favorites, nearly everyone agrees that Just the Way You Are holds a special place because it introduced the world to an artist who would go on to redefine modern pop music. Its influence can still be heard in today's generation of singer-songwriters, many of whom cite Bruno Mars as an inspiration. His emphasis on melody, musicianship, and timeless songwriting has encouraged younger artists to focus on creating songs with lasting emotional value rather than simply chasing short-term trends. That artistic influence may ultimately become just as significant as the song's commercial achievements. As another anniversary passes, Just the Way You Are continues reminding listeners that genuine music has the power to outlive every trend. It stands as proof that authenticity, heartfelt storytelling, and exceptional songwriting never lose their ability to connect with people. 16 years after its release, the song remains one of the brightest milestones in Bruno Mars' extraordinary career, and judging by its continued popularity, its story is far from over. Another remarkable aspect of the story is how Just the Way You Are continues to perform like a brand new release every single year. While countless hit songs experience dramatic declines after their first few years, Bruno Mars' debut single has maintained an incredible level of consistency. Its streaming numbers continue rising, its radio presence remains strong, and its popularity on digital platforms shows no sign of disappearing. For industry experts, that kind of longevity is one of the clearest indicators that a song has moved beyond being a hit and has become a genuine classic. Every anniversary of the song's release sparks a wave of celebration across social media. Fans from around the world share memories of when they first heard it, upload cover performances, and revisit old concert footage that captures Bruno Mars performing the track live. The emotional connection between the song and its audience has only grown stronger over time, creating a community that spans continents and generations. Music educators have also recognized the importance of the song. Vocal coaches frequently use it to teach phrasing, breath control, and emotional delivery. Piano instructors recommend it because of its memorable melody and accessible chord progression. Guitar players often choose it as one of the first pop songs they learn, while aspiring singers continue performing it during auditions because of its balance between technical challenge and emotional storytelling. For Bruno Mars, success never changed the core philosophy that first made audiences fall in love with his music. Throughout his career, he has consistently emphasized craftsmanship, musicianship, and live performance. Rather than chasing every new trend, he is focused on creating records that can stand the test of time. Looking back now, Just the Way You Are served as the perfect introduction to that artistic vision. The music industry itself has changed dramatically since the song was released. Physical album sales have largely been replaced by streaming. Social media now plays a major role in discovering new artists. Short-form videos influence global charts almost overnight. Yet despite all those changes, Bruno Mars' debut continues to thrive in every environment. Whether someone discovers it through a streaming playlist, a viral video, a live performance, or simple word of mouth, the emotional impact remains exactly the same. One fascinating detail often overlooked is the song's remarkable international appeal. It wasn't limited to English-speaking audiences. Across Asia, Europe, South America, Africa, and Oceania, listeners embraced the record regardless of cultural differences. Love, admiration, and acceptance are universal emotions, allowing the message to cross borders without losing its meaning. That worldwide connection helped establish Bruno Mars as a truly global artist from the very beginning of his solo career. Concert performances of Just the Way You Are have become some of the most emotional moments in Bruno Mars live shows. Thousands of fans sing every lyric together, creating unforgettable scenes inside arenas and stadiums around the world. Those performances demonstrate that even after releasing numerous chart-topping singles, the song still occupies a unique place in both Bruno's catalog and the hearts of his fans. Entertainment journalists frequently describe the track as one of the defining love songs of the modern era. Its message remains refreshingly positive, celebrating confidence and natural beauty without relying on cliches or exaggerated promises. That sincerity has allowed the song to avoid feeling outdated, even as musical styles continue evolving around it. The Recording Industry Association of America's certification of more than 21 million units sold in the United States further reinforces the song's historic status. Achieving that level of certification requires extraordinary consistency over many years, proving that the song's popularity wasn't built on a single successful moment, but on continuous support from millions of listeners. It's a milestone that places Just the Way You Are among the most successful singles ever released in America.